up, guys? Welcome to the interview. My name is Ryan. At name Ryan Got the Juice. I'm a photographer. Actually, the one who shot the cover art for the Foreshadow. And introduce yourself. Who's this guy?
Smith, rap artist, engineer, producer, songwriter, at your service always.
Everything. Does it all. I guess I just wanted to start by saying, I guess a really deeper introduction of how you got into, the music industry. I mean, we were talking about, you were just saying you're a rapper, engineer, producer, all that. So I guess talk about which came first, and then also how did you, change that and then go into a deeper thing, another thing, and, your process with that.
I got into music through, honestly, writing poetry. I was in the poetry club when I was in high school in 9th grade. And funny enough, it started out because Kanye West wasn't for him. I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Shout out to you.
Go. And I flipped the rhymes in Forever, his verse on the record with Drake. And I was like, okay, I can interpret this in a way. And I feel like, this is actually pretty hot. So in 9th grade, when I found that love for poetry, I would just write rhymes in that. Mm-hmm. Because poetry is pretty much the foundation for rapping.
For rapping, yeah.
So then after that, though, unfortunately, when my parents divorced, when that happened, I kind of was like, It's like, all right, I put that on pause. But then in 12th grade, that came around. A lot of cats were like, going around, senior year, everyone's like, oh, I'm going to go to school here. Mm-hmm. But then I was like, no, like, I want to rap.
Yeah,
and people were looking at me and was like, you crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was like, nah, like, this is my life. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to invest all my energy into it. I know I'm not going to fail. So, then after that, I just haven't looked back. And then production came around probably like 2017. I started composing, though, in 2016.
Okay.
But then when I became like a full-fledged engineer, that was 2017 on the cusp of 2018. And then beat making, that was like 2020.
So like what made you, because not every rapper gets into production. Like that's not a regular thing. So what was the first thing that she was just like, you know what, like I can do this too. Like I want to do this too. Like
Dr. Dre, another idol of mine.
Okay.
I mean, I have a lot of idols and heroes.
I mean, you have to, right? Yeah. You have a mentor, someone that you look up to. But Dr. Dre is a good one. Yeah. So
it was my love for Dre, and then also too, I went to Full Sail University, for those who don't know, for music production.
Oh, okay.
And also
that was when you was rapping already.
Yeah.
So you in your head was just like, all right, I'm just gonna go do the production side.
Yeah, that
actually
was
learn it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So then off of that, it was just like, okay, cool. Dre really inspired me and galvanized me to be like, all right, bet, like, let's really bring this home for me. And I was like, okay, cool. So that's when I really invested in audio production. And then I got an internship in the Pocono area in Stroudsburg working with the Force MDs, who one of the leaders of the Force MDs is actually my second mentor. Mm-hmm. So it was just like, he taught me a lot when I was interning. And then if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even have a job in the music industry, being an engineer. So...
That's dope. Yeah, I mean, I know we were talking even behind the scenes about how you took a break from rapping. Talk about that more. I mean, you was a rapper already, went to producing, then you said, all right, I don't really want to rap right now. Mm-hmm. And then...
Well, no, that's the thing I want to make clear. It wasn't that I didn't want to, but, life happens.
All right, so...
Juice, life happens.
All right. We're here to talk about it. People want to know, you know what I mean? Because I feel like these are things that you put into your music too as well. Mm-hmm. So I guess, for people who want to know you even more, understand your music even more, I think it's pretty important that you took you couldn't really rap, because a lot of things were going on, but you still kept the musical side, you still kept doing that, getting better at that. So, talk more about that.
Well, pretty much it was life happening. In 2020, no pandemic hit. Mm-hmm. That really affected a lot of people. And then, as far as me, like I had a job working at another recording studio in Brooklyn, New York, and I was unfortunately wrongfully terminated for that. And then some other things in my personal life, whether it was family and my girlfriend, and then things like that. But then, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. And, yeah, things like that will happen.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even for me in photography, like when the pandemic happened, even getting really back into that, was weird. You like sometimes feel like you kind of abandoned the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like a whole part of you. But but you're back to rapping. So I guess talk about
baby.
How you got back into it and like how it's exciting, right?
Yeah, I mean, as far as like getting back, or because I'm never gonna say I left, but I think with getting back into it, it was more or less just like after our first photo shoot, and then I have to credit my guy Snow. Top Floor coming soon.
Shout out to Snow.
He asked me to do a feature for him for his album, and
this is when you didn't have any music out.
No, I had records out, but
they're old records.
Yeah, it was like my first mix.
So this would have been like your first, I guess new verse.
Updated.
Yeah.
So at first when he reached out to me for the verse, I was like, yo, I'm gonna be real with you, I'm just trying to be in the cut. I'm trying to do more verses. So he was just like, the first time he was just like, alright. But I could tell he had a mission.
I know Snow.
He's like, get you on my record.
Yeah,
so
that's how he is.
And then after that, the second time he asked me, I was just like, again, I was like, I'm just trying to be in the cut. He was like, but I really think you should do this. So I was like, no, I got you. Yeah. And I mean, you know me personally, and then anyone who knows me is like, I'm a man of my word. So I was like, yo, I got you. So I sat with the record, but then the original beat, I told him, like, yo, even though I produced it, I can't get with the beat. So you gotta let me have some freedom with this. And he was just like, okay, fine, I trust you. So I made a whole new beat for my verse, and then which people will hear. And then I did the verse probably in like 2 minutes. I wrote the verse, and then I sent it to my boy Brian, who's also one of my music managers. Shout out to him. This is my dog. And then I sent it to him at first.
So wait, so is this verse? This verse is not out yet, right?
No.
Okay, so your project came out or is coming out before this verse?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
But you recorded this verse before you recorded this stuff?
Yeah. So then after that, it was like I did it, and then I was like, all right, cool.
He's like, I'll make my own EP now.
Yeah. No. So that was the thing. I did that, but then when I went to the studio to record it, it was like that fire.
Yeah. Fire. It came back.
Yeah, that fire came back. And then I was like, even to hit you up to do the shoot, I was just like, yo, so I was like, I'm going to do a photo shoot again. And then that's when I hit you up. Because like I said, I told you off camera, I was studying your work for a while. And then I was just like, I bet. And then I feel like when people see our photos, it's like a perfect marriage.
Yeah.
So what you mean. I was like, okay, cool. And then it just galvanized me again. I was like, yo, like, I'm going to get back to working on this EP. Because I want, like, people have to know, like, the Foreshadow is written from the perspective of me in 2018. Like, going on 2019. So that's why I was like, the records were already written, composed, like, the beats. Yeah, the beats were done, except for Where's Love Interlude and Expedition. That was that.
So the beats were done.
Hit and Reminisce was done sonically. No, I'm wrong. I'm lying. Only Hit and Reminisce.
The Bush was done, but the rest of them you.
I had to produce myself. Shout out to Mel and my pianist Olu. We had to go and produce the rest of the EP, and then
Oh, you said you're pianist?
Yeah.
So there's live. I did not know that.
Where's Love Interlude and the Expedition?
That's extra dope. I mean, since we're talking about the EP now, we can get right into it. The first thing that I thought about when I really listened to it was very sample heavy too. Which is, to me, I love that. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want to say that and make people be like, what? Like, it's a bad thing. No, like, it was very sample heavy, but I love that. And I feel like even in the times of this industry, I feel like it's coming back more than ever.
Yeah.
Which is very dope. Even in drill music, you know, you see it, people sampling old school records and stuff like that. What made you want to go that route?
I've always had a love for samples with me idolizing Ye.
Okay.
And also 40.
Okay.
And I was just like, yo, like, I feel like soul is like a great inspiration. It's like that foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with the samples with the EP, it was very selective. It wasn't like I was just throwing together a Destiny's Child sample and like, okay, here you go. Like, I really had to sit there and think like, okay, how does this make sense?
Were these a lot of your, I guess, your favorite songs?
Yeah. You know, You Don't Have to Call. My mother was banging that in the whip forever.
Yeah.
The Catch Up by Drake, which was the sample I used for The Expedition.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anyone who knows me, you know, he's in my head, you know what I'm saying? Certified Lover Boy. Drake is one of my idols also. And then like, Hit and Reminisce, I Want to Be Down, Brandy. Funny enough,
very catchy record.
Yeah, it's very catchy. I didn't know about that joint, and so my girlfriend put me onto that. One day we was on the way to a date, and I was just like, who's this? And she was like, Brandy. I was just like, I hit O2 real quick. I hit Paul. Shout out to Paul. I hit him. I was like, yo, this is the sample. This is what we doing. This is it. And then, because originally, people don't know, Hit and Reminisce was supposed to be a Whitney Houston sample.
Okay.
It was,
which song?
We didn't have a song.
Oh, you just wanted her voice on it.
Yo, well, the thing was, Paul hit me like years ago, and someone was like, yo, I want to do a record for you using a Whitney sample. Sample clearance reasons, I didn't think that would ever happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, yo, let's try it. But we just couldn't find a record.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, sucks. But then once I heard that I Want to Be Down, that's it. I was like, that's the one.
Got you. I know you said your girl pushed you onto that one.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of who the song is about? That record?
I mean, you know, it can be many.
But
no, I mean, like I said, it was composed in 2018, and I do reference, you know, her in there, and
yeah,
you know, it's in there, and you know what I'm saying, it was in there, and you know, even when it comes to like things with my father and all that, you know what I mean, that was a very introspective record for me, and I was glad I was able
to the whole album was very introspective.
Thank you.
So I mean, for people I guess who don't know you as well, or people who probably didn't know you was going through these things at the time, is this what this EP really is about? Letting people know
pretty much like
what was happening, what was up, you know, why the pause, you know, why the comeback.
Not even pause.
I know you don't. I know you ain't saying this. Like, what should I say? Like a break in time, a moment.
I guess you could say that, yeah, because I even referenced in Hit and Reminisce. I thought if Bentley would save me, blue collar occupation felt like slavery. Like I remember many people. Remember, like, I was supposed to sign a record deal to an independent label. I'm not gonna plug them because.
Yeah.
But what you would call it? Yeah, I thought that would be like, yo, I'm out of here, like I'm doing my thing. But it was just like, yo, it's just a waste of my time. And then it was just like I was working at CVS, and that sucks because me and the manager were butt heads, and he was a dick. But yeah, and then plus, like, you know, things with my family weren't great. And then it was just like, as I said, like, things in my relationship. So, that one was, like, very therapeutic for me. Along with The Expedition in the sense. Because, of course, when you compose music, you write that out of emotion, out of prior experiences. Or it could be current, present day. But as an artist, that's our voice. And I feel we have the creative license to say what we want. Whether it could be the most idiotic thing, it could be the most inspirational thing. We have that creative license to say whatever we want. So
a lot of people don't like understand that.
They don't get that.
And honestly, you don't even have to do that in music for like really think about it. I mean, like, you're allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to express how you feel, and it's easier to do it in music. But like, yeah, that's just something that people like as an artist you will understand more as you get into it.
Exactly.
You know, and you use it as an outlet, you know, for people. And I think that's why this EP, I could tell, you know, hits home for you because it's like I don't want to say it's like a diary or whatever.
It's dog time juice.
You know,
it's dog time.
Yeah, but it's cool that you could put that in artistic sense and make people enjoy it. You know? Being a photographer, I'm like, I always want to get into music. You know, I always want to get into all the art mediums and all the art stuff. You know, but there's certain things that I want to like really get into to put myself in my art. You know, so it's really dope that you can do that with music. So that's really cool. Yeah. So we talk about the EP. Talk about your intro and everything. So from beginning, middle, what's going to happen in the future? What's the plans that we have? More EPs, actual, track list. What we got? Because 4 songs, it's lit. 4 songs. I need more though. I need more.
I mean, everyone.
And one of them was an interlude, which is honestly the most fire interlude, guys. Remind me of some Bria's. It's some Drake interlude, like
that's actually inspiration for it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I listened to it, I was like, this gotta be. And that was the piano, right? That was a very beautiful track.
Shout out Alu.
Yeah, very beautiful track.
I mean, everyone wants to be, like I told you off camera or last year, everyone wants to be the cool, analytical, calculated, wannabe guy, But, so there's, I could just say this stuff coming, more music, more business ventures,
no dates, no set dates. What about seasons? We got like summer vibes.
Say if anything, maybe. See, I don't know. Maybe next year.
All right.
Next year.
We got something coming up though. All right. That's dope. Yeah. I feel like we got to know you more. I'm really excited for what you got coming in the future, honestly. And what we got, what we could work on, I know you want to.
I mean, that's off camera stuff, but.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what, we'll talk more off camera about our plans, but, yeah, I think we could wrap this up. Ryan got the juice. Follow me on Instagram. Ryan_ got the juice, as in DA for the. And Spenser. And yeah, peace out, guys. This is fun.
Of course.
This is fun, very fun. Oh, wait. And shout out to our media executive, production executive, Alex, bringing all this beautiful equipment. Great guy.
Very.
Hope you put your stuff in here afterwards, let people know about you.
Yeah, thank God you can.
Yeah, for real. I know I'm going to hit him up. But all right, cool. All right, guys. Peace.